Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video, which is my 16 week pregnancy update. If you haven't been to my channel before, I do videos of this pregnancy, which is going to be my very last pregnancy. I'm an older mum at 41. I'll be 42 when the baby's born, so I'm going to document this pregnancy. So I hope you enjoy these videos and you join along and subscribe and leave comments. I'd love to have you on this journey. I also do videos about my family life, so I hope you'll find something that you enjoy. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Every week I say, wow, I can't believe it's 15 weeks or 14 weeks, but 16 weeks. I find like 16 weeks is quite a pinnacle point in pregnancy. I don't know why. It seems like it's 12 weeks and 16 weeks and then 20 weeks. But anyway, we're at 16 weeks and I'm feeling really good. I am now in my second trimester. I have been for a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, something like that. And I'm actually feeling really good. Sleep-wise, things seem to be going fine. I've developed a nice little bump and the baby is growing nicely inside of me because my bump has grown a little bit. So I'm thinking everything should be fine in there. Apparently from 16 weeks, you can start to feel your baby move. I think I spoke about this in my last video. They say any point between 16 and 24 weeks, you should start to feel your baby moves, or not, maybe not move, but just, yeah, move. So it'd be like little flutters. They say like little sensation of little flutters. You might think it's wind, but then you might start to get used to it and think, actually, that's not wind. That is baby movements. I haven't felt any yet. I'm sure it'll happen though, so I'm not too worried. At 16 weeks in the UK, you would usually have a midwife appointment, but I've already had mine because it was when it was booked in. It just happened to be booked in a week early because when they did it, I wasn't sure exactly where we were, how far along I was, all that kind of stuff. So I've already had my 16-week midwife check, and back then, last week, they listened to the baby's heartbeat and they picked it up straight away, and I couldn't believe it. She did say to me, sometimes it can be quite hard to find it, but she put the, I don't know what it's called. Is it called a Doppler? I'm not sure. Anyway, she put that on me and straight away picked up the heartbeat, and it was lovely. And this is it. Sounds good, doesn't it? It's such a reassuring feeling of listening to your baby's heartbeat. Oh, love it. I have been quite emotional this week. We've been having a bit of trouble with our dog, so health-wise. So that's played a real massive part on my week. And my week, I feel, has been completely consumed with that. So she's not doing great. She's a bit unwell, but also I think because I'm pregnant as well, my hormones are so much bigger. Everything's more magnified. Even little things like, I know it sounds ridiculous, like, oh, there's hardly any milk left, can't have any cereal, things like that. That can, I'm not saying that that's, you know, I'm going crazy over those things, but things like that can really mess with you and can make you feel quite upset and a bit unbalanced, and you may be questioning your own sanity. But do you know, if you are in my position, it's completely normal. So don't worry about it. It is totally normal. Let's talk about what else is totally normal for me right now. Obviously, constipation. I think I mention this every single week. It is, let's just move on because we don't like that. Fatigue during the day, ish, not massively. I think I'm still just tired after running around after my little ones. I think that's the biggest tiredness reason for me. During the night, I seem to be sleeping okay most of the time, but I am feeling my bump hurting. I get like a pain and it seems to go right across my stomach now, right across my bump, and it feels like a massive stitch, and it's really uncomfortable. And it's only when I've been led down. So when I want to get up, to say one of the children are crying, I get up and it feels like I have just got a huge stitch, and I think, oh, I can't move. That's actually not very nice. And I had that with my last pregnancy with George, and it just got worse. I'm not sure why it happens at night. Maybe it's just because I'm so relaxed, and then all of a sudden I want to get up and it's just painful. So I don't know. I am going to be getting a maternity wedge. I did have one with George and with the twin pregnancy, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I want to get something very similar. It was just a triangle wedge, which I just wedge under my tummy, and it just helped ease the, I don't know, what do you call it? Ease the bump. Just helped ease my bump and make things feel a little bit more comfortable for myself. Something else that I have been doing this week is thinking about where everyone's going to be in this house. So the dynamics of this house once this baby is born. So for the first 6 months, the baby will be in with myself and Reese. The baby will be sleeping next to me, most probably in, what did we get? We had one. It was called a snooze pod. I had a snooze pod for George, and I've still got it, but I think I probably need to replace the mattress. At the moment, the twins are in together in their bedroom. George is in his own bedroom. My eldest Summer is in her own bedroom. And then myself and Reese are in our bedroom, which is the one that I film in, this one. So we have a 4-bed house, and I'm thinking, with George being in with us for this first 6 months in his little snooze pod, where am I going to put him? I know that's a ridiculous problem, but that is something that I've been thinking of this week. Where are we going to put him? George's bedroom is quite small, and I've managed to make as much storage space for George as possible in his bedroom. He's got a cot with drawers underneath and a wardrobe. I've got a cabinet to put his toys and bits and bobs in, but that's basically George's bedroom. So I'm just trying to think future-wise where this little one is going to go. We may have to move. I don't want to, because I love my house and I love our estate, and I've got lovely neighbours. But that is what has been on my mind for the past week or more, actually. Also, another thing I've been thinking about is, do I buy anything for this baby? Obviously, it hasn't been long since I've had 3 other ones. So I've got a boy and girl twins, and then a baby boy. So we do have lots of clothes, but I'm thinking, do I buy bits and bobs for this new one? Do I? I mean, what do I really need? I have girls' clothes for just Rosalie, but with Noah and George, 2 boys, they were born at different times of the year. I had to get different size clothes for different types of the year. And Rosalie was born in September, and this baby's born in the autumn as well. But Rosalie was a very small baby, so I will probably find out what I need closer to the time. Well, definitely when it's born. I don't know, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting money, which I don't think I would be, but I just think, well, you know what I mean. I'm waffling on so much about this. It's because I'm fighting with myself. If you're in the same position, or if you have any food for thought, just pop it in the comment section and I'll read, and I'll try and get back to you if you ask me any questions. But I'm sure I will get some new bits and bobs for this baby, but I'm just thinking, how much do I get? And I'm thinking, pram wise, we've already got a double pushchair pram. It was a pram and it changes into a pushchair. We got the Bugaboo Donkey, which I highly recommend. That is a fantastic twin pram, or it doesn't even have to be twin, it could be baby, toddler, you know, it's quite versatile. And then we got the Bugaboo Fox for George, which has been brilliant, but I'm thinking they would all still be using a pushchair. So do I get another twin one? I have actually seen online, these are so cool. They are like carts that you pull along. I think you can have 4 children sat in them. They're great for bigger families or childminders, and to take all the children out in one go. They look, it's so cool. You can fit 4 children in there, but I don't think you can do it from birth. And then you just pull them along, or I think you might be able to push them as well, so we can all go out for walks together. Oh, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I also spoke in my last video about the testing or potential testing that we're going to be having done, which is maybe further testing for Down syndrome for this baby, because we did have a result back on our 12-week screening test, which has concerned us a bit because we are quite close to the high risk point. We're not in the high risk point, but we are very close to it. Now we have spoken to the hospital and they don't offer further testing unless you pay privately, because we aren't in the high risk category, which is fine, it's understandable. The only reason why we want to know, and the only reason why we did the testing in the first place, is basically to make sure we are prepared as possible for any outcome that could happen. I'm an older mum and the risks are higher with age. It's more because how do I put this? I did say in my last video that I think I'm going to make a whole separate video on this, because it's actually really quite a big deal for myself and Reese, and maybe for other parents out there as well. When we had the twins and when they were born, one of the doctors was convinced that Rosalie had Edwards syndrome, which really scared us a lot, because from what we had been told, Edwards syndrome usually is not compatible with life. So if your baby is born, it can die shortly after. Some children do live to like a year or so, but quality of life isn't that great. So yeah, it was just horrible waiting for test results to come back. Rosalie did not have Edwards syndrome. It still worries me to this day. So we want to be best prepared as we can, just in case there is anything gonna crop up. So that's basically how I'm trying to explain it without sitting here crying. Yeah, it's a hard subject for us to talk about. As long as we are aware, we can prepare ourselves to best look after our little one, which that's all we want to do, is just give it as much love and support as possible whilst loving and supporting each other. It's a big thing for any parent to worry about their baby being healthy or not. So I hope that makes sense. If anyone else has been in the same or similar boat as us, I would love to hear your experiences on this. Please stick it in the comment section, that would be really good. But we won't know yet. I'm seeing my consultant. I've got a meeting with a consultant next week where I will be 17 weeks pregnant and I will have a chat with him. He was actually my consultant for George and the twins as well, so it's really nice to see the same person each time. Let's see what he says and then I'll take it from there, because right now we're in a bit of limbo. We don't really have any answers about anything. We're just sat here waiting. It's just a waiting game. So anyway, yeah, there's me waffling on again. I'm sorry about that. I seem to be the best waffler ever. My 16 weeks pregnancy update is a little bit of a mishmash, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my mishmash pregnancy update. With my 17-week one, I should have more information for you with regards to what we're going to find out with the consultant. And while I'm there, I'm going to ask if they can just listen in to baby as well. So that is it for my 16-week pregnancy update video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not following along already, I would love it. If you did, please press that subscribe button and the bell as well, which will alert you to any future videos which I upload, which obviously I will be, so you don't miss out and you manage to stay in time with this pregnancy. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!